Morning, students. Yesterday we have studied cash book, introduction, its types, and the format. Today we are starting with the question. So, question you can see on the screen. It is the list of the month of November 2017. Some items are given, and we have to make cash book on that basis. The first point given here is cash in hand. As you all can see here, cash in hand rupees 30,000. Now the cash in hand that is there on 1st of November is our opening balance of cash. So this 30,000 will be our opening balance of cash. Let's check it out. Here we go. As we already have discussed the format in the books of Rupa Traders, cash book, debit side and credit side. Date, receipt or particular, LF, amount for debit, then date, payments or particulars, LF, amount for credits. Now since we had opening balance of cash, as you all can see that opening balance of cash is the balance of asset, and assets always have a debit balance as we already have discussed. So on the debit side we'll write on 1st November 2017 to balance brought down 30,000. Nowadays you can simply write down balance brought down also, but generally debit side is denoted with 2. Moving towards the second point. The second point we have is cash received from Gurmeet. Cash received from Gurmeet. So students, now you have two things to remember. It is cash received from Gurmeet. So either you can go for journal in your mind and then prepare cash book. That is, since we have received cash, so cash definitely is coming into the business. So cash account, debit. We have received this cash from Gurmeet. So to Gurmeet, it will be credited. 12,000, 12,000. Now if you make it in the ledger form, you can see that cash have been debited. So going to the cash account, that is our cash book, will write to Gurmeet's account. Let's check here. Here we have to Gurmeet or Gurmeet amounting to rupees 12,000. Okay, and if you do not want to make it on the basis of journal, what you simply have to remember is, you simply have to remember that any cash which is coming into the business will be written on debit side, and any cash which is going out from the business has to be written on the credit side. So we simply have to remember that receipts to be recorded on debit side and payments to be recorded on credit side, but with the name of the opposite party, like cash got debited by Gurmeet. So debit side will write Gurmeet. This is how the ledger accounts for cash to be prepared, and in the same way cash book also need to be prepared. So if you can see here, cash received from Gurmeet, we can simply remember that since cash is coming into the business, it is receipt. So we'll go to receipt side and we'll write Gurmeet 12,000. Then next point we have is insurance paid. Now since we have paid insurance, it is payment. So either you can make it journal and then post into account, that insurance account debit to cash account, or you can simply think of it that since insurance is paid, so it's a payment, and payment has to be recorded on credit side. We'll go here. Either will write buy insurance or only insurance amounting to rupees 6,000. Then we have the next one is purchased furniture. Now since we purchased furniture coming into the business but cash going out from the business, if you want to have a journal and then post it into cash book, then furniture account debit to cash account. But as we already discussed, since we purchased furniture, cash is going out, so we'll go to cash account, we'll go to cash book, and on the credit side we'll write buy furniture 13,800. Next we have is sold goods for cash. Now since we sold goods and that too for cash, so cash is coming into the business. Cash coming into the business, so it's a receipt. We'll go to receipt side and we'll write two sales 28,000. Next we have is purchased goods from Mudit in cash. If only Mudit would have been here, then this point would not have been recorded since cash would not have taken place. But here, since we have purchased goods from Mudit but in cash, so name of Mudit does not make any sense. So basically it's a payment. So we'll go to cash book and on the credit side, that is on the payment side, we'll write buy purchases 17,400. Next we have is purchase stationery. Here also since we purchase stationery, so cash is going out from the business. We'll go to credit side, that is payment side, and we'll write here buy stationery 1,100. Next we have is cash paid to Rukmani in full settlement. Now since we have paid cash to Rukmani 12,500, cash is going out, so we'll go to cash book and on the credit side we'll write buy Rukmani 12,500. Next we have is sold goods to Kamal for cash. Here also we have sold goods to Kamal but for cash. So name does not make any sense since we have received cash. So we'll go to cash book debit side and we'll write here two sales 18,200. Next we have is paid monthly rent. Now since we paid rent, cash is going out, we'll go to cash book and here on the credit side we'll write buy rent 2,500. Next we have is paid salary. Since we have paid salary, so we'll go to credit side because cash is going out, we'll write here buy salary 3,500. And the last point we have is deposited into bank. Deposited into bank 8,000. So since cash is going into bank and here we do not have bank column, so simply cash is going out and hence we'll write on the credit side buy bank 8,000. This was our last point. Now what we have here is we'll balance this cash book. Now since we have finished with our last point of the question, we have to balance. Now balancing, as I have told you in case of ledger, that what we have to do is we have to check debit balance and credit balance. And we have to check that which balance is greater. But always remember, in case of cash, always debit balance will be greater because unless and until you have cash in hand, you cannot spend it. So basically, in case of cash book, debit balance should always be greater. If it is not greater, either you have mistaken or the question is wrong. So basically moving here, now what we have here is, we'll check the debit balance and we'll check the credit balance. So if we add the debits, that is 30 plus 12 plus 28 plus 18.2, it comes to 88,200. Now we'll check the credits, but except this balance carried down, because that is the balance which we'll get after the closing. So what we have to do is, we have to add all these items. I already have added them and I found the balance of 64,800. Now as you all can see, that debit side total is 88,200 and credit side total is 64,800. So definitely debit total is greater and credit total is lower. So the total which is greater, we have to write both the sides. That is debit side as well as credit side. But debit total, as we already discussed, that it was 88,200 and credit total, as we discussed, it was 64,800. Now don't you think that on the credit side, although we have written 88,200, but the balance was only 64,800. So what we'll do? We'll subtract this balance to find out the difference that should be written on the credit side, which comes to 0, 0, 12 minus 8 comes to 4, 7 minus 4 comes to 3, and 8 minus 6 comes to 2. So this 23,400. As you can see here, 23,400 is our balance carried down. That means it is the remaining balance of cash in the month of November, that is there with us. Now the closing balance of 30th November will be the opening balance of 1st December. So moving here, we'll write 1st December to balance brought down 23,400. And this is end of our question. Please stay home guys, stay safe. Thank you.